and for my final project, I decided to ask a number of people what their overall thoughts is on technology and how social media has impacted their lives. Specifically 3 age groups: Generation X, Baby Boomers, and Millennials.
Technology has definitely had a big impact in my life. I feel like I've definitely grown up in the era where it's becoming like a huge thing, because even when I was younger, in the classroom there wasn't too much technology going on. We had like those overhead projectors and it was like they were pretty big, but now we have like big smart boards all on the wall, and technology completely impacts education.
Technology has helped me a lot in the past few years. I have learned a lot about how to use social media, especially because of my home business.
Well, it's had a big impact on me, and I like to think of it in 2 different ways, in an academic or philosophical sense of technology, the way the ancients like Plato would call writing a technology. I think what that does is it illustrates how the way tools have entered our lives and help us think. Some philosophers say that language is a technology, it's a tool. So when you look at technology in that philosophical sense, it's a foundation for pretty much everything. But I think for your project, I would like to respond more at how it affects me at a personal level. And I have a lot of love for technology. I'm kind of a geek. When I was growing up, and technology had kind of a negative connotation. The idea of computerization being IBM and those holograph cards and man in the gray flannel suit and depersonalizing and kind of Big Brother looking over you. And that all changed with the invention of the personal computer, with a lot of Apple computer stuff, and the 1984 Super Bowl ad when Big Blue was taken down by the woman running and smashing the screen. So anyway, since then I've become a total Apple geek. So yeah, a lot of attitudes.
Sometimes when I'm really busy or overwhelmed with work, I try to stay away from my phone, and I'll just put my phone away. I'll put it in my room and I'll go to the kitchen and try to do my homework or something, and it's like almost impossible to do. I don't think I've ever like gone a full day without my phone.
You need to have this close at hand. Is that what you're suggesting? I could do without my phone. I don't need it. The first day would be hard if I was without my phone, but after that, I think what I'm getting at is it is kind of a lifestyle now to be constantly tethered to the phone. I am very conscious of how I use my phone when I'm in public, because I think we as a society are going through growing pains in the etiquette of using phones and of being with people and of being electronically connected to people. I'm kind of private when I look at my phone. I don't want to be with people when I pull it up. But I think all these norms are changing, and I think the newer generation is going to be much more comfortable having the phone recede into the background more than this current milieu, which is kind of just getting adjusted to the omnipresent phone for everyone, in every situation. So I think
I've tried to do it and it's impossible, so my answer would be no, I can't. Probably the first thing I would do is go to T-Mobile and try to get another one as soon as possible, or and it's important because I want to be able to have my emails handy, and if I get a certain email from a professor, if my friend's trying to reach me for whatever reason, my family, I go crazy because I don't know what's going on.
I think I could, but not the first day. The first day would be like the heroin is cut off and you go through withdrawal. And then after that, though, as you readjust your life, I think it'd be very easy to do. Well, then you didn't mention laptops, though. See, so I think I'm more tethered to my laptop than I am to my phone. But yeah, so it would be a big adjustment, but I think it would be possible, but after an adjustment period.
Maybe 3 or 4 days. Maybe that's a little low, but I would say maybe 3 or 4 days. During the summer, during any kind of break, I'm definitely on it a lot more.
That's a good question. Let me think. Maybe I can, on average, I will say it depends. Every day is different because I schedule my week. Some days I I devote 2 hours to my home business online. But then I will be following up in the afternoon, so that counts too. So I would say maybe 4 hours. Like if I put them all together, even checking the text messages, maybe 4 hours a day.
Okay, so this will be misleading, but I say no hours because I really don't spend any time on social media. I am on my devices all day, but I do. The way I use social media in my life is it is a genuine social experience, and it's in my living room. And it's a wonderful experience having adult kids at home because they're on social media, and I get it through them. One of the things we like to do a lot is, do live Twitter feeds, or kind of see what people are talking about on Twitter while we're watching a show. We watch a lot of bad old MeTV shows from the 60s and 70s, and MeTV has this thing of live tweeting. So people will tweet about the episode in a very funny and very, very silly way. So anyway, when I use Twitter, it's in this environment of being at home, and I assign one because we'll be watching a sporting event, and we like to hate on Joe Buck, the announcer Joe Buck, who says a lot of crazy things. So we like to see how Twitter can be very mean but also very funny. So I say, what are the complaints about Joe Buck, about this call that he made? And so we do that a lot. And also the other TV shows. But it's a lot of fun. But it is social in that it is people in the room kind of connecting to people, across the viewing audience. And so, so that's not like a daily thing we do, but it's kind of a practice, and it's a lot of fun.
I feel like I'm constantly on Facebook more than anything. Facebook keeps me updated, like I mentioned before, and then second to that would probably be Snapchat because it's more personalized, I guess, where it's not like Facebook. If you send something out, if you put up a status, it automatically goes out to like hundreds of people. On Snapchat, you can just send it to one certain person, and it can be little clips and pictures of what you're doing throughout your day, and it's an easy way to interact with friends and let them know what you're doing, and then they can let me know what they're doing throughout the day, because during the semester, time with friends does get is at a minimum.
Facebook.
Why?
A Facebook person. And that's the platform that I started using for my home business, and that's why I use social media the most for my business. So that is why I stick to Facebook, and I feel very comfortable because I know, the updates. Whenever Facebook has an update, I know, and I know that I can reach my audience via Facebook. And I have tried other platforms like Instagram, but I'm not very familiar with it. So I'm like trying not to try to be in every platform because then I get overwhelmed. Instead of helping me, it may just be like a distraction for me, and then I may not focus on what I have to do. So that's why I stick to that platform.
I don't use the social media platforms that much. Like I said, I've got an Instagram and Facebook, and I almost never go on Facebook on my phone because, again, I realize that would have momentum that would not be pleasant. And I don't do Twitter that much. I do have some interesting Twitter stories, but I mainly use email on my phone. Email messaging a little bit, but a lot of it is news feeds. I'll get these alerts and talk about growing pains. I'm going through the growing pains of dealing with these news alerts, which I find to be very oppressive because it seems to involve you in the trauma and drama of the whole world all the time, all at once, and you got to shut that off. I don't need to know about every single crime that's been committed, but the phase I'm in right now, it's kind of like seeing an accident on the highway. You can't turn away, but it's not the best thing to do to look at it either. So, yeah. So I don't know if that answers your question, but I say email is probably number one.
So there you have it, guys. We spoke to Generation X, Millennials, and Baby Boomers. So what are your thoughts? Let us know. Thanks for watching.